Hey everyone, my name is Kevin and welcome to my channel. Here I will focus on topics that will help you not only get into, but also aid you in navigating through the field of cybersecurity. Today we will focus on how to get into the field by providing a roadmap, several steps to follow to get the interview and ace it. But before we dive in, if you find the information that I am providing helpful, hit that like button, share the video with others, and subscribe. Your support will allow this channel and the cyber community I want to add to grow. And with that, let's get after it. Getting into the field of cybersecurity, just like any other field, requires performing research, developing a plan, acting on that plan, with the understanding that there will be peaks and valleys, there will be ups and downs, but having that overwhelming desire to move into this field and be successful, it has to override your fear of failure and disappointment. Remember, many people in the industry, including myself, have been where you are, starting on the outside looking in. But we put in the work, and now we're in the field doing great things, and you can too, and I want to help you get there. So, step one, do your research. The field of cybersecurity is large, but it can be broken down into two groups, offensive cyber and defensive cyber. The bottom line up front, offensive security is proactive while defensive security is reactive. Offensive security looks for problems and vulnerabilities through ethical hacking, and it finds solutions to disable the operation. Offensive security shines a light on issues companies aren't even aware of, and it brings to their attention so that they can put proper mitigations and fixes in place so they can be protected against malicious threat actors. Jobs in this space include penetration testers, cybersecurity consultants, and offensive cybersecurity researchers. Defensive security is all about the ability to prevent cyber attacks from infecting a computer system, device, or network. It's all about taking active steps to anticipate cyber actions from threat actors and to put defenses in place to counter those attacks and respond to threats. Defensive cyber can be compared to the security force that is charged with guarding a valuable building, constantly performing scans to identify and resolve vulnerabilities. Defensive cybersecurity jobs include cyber defense analysts, computer network defense analysts, etc. Other areas for research include what prerequisites would you need to break into the field? What would you need to have in advance to qualify for a job in this industry? The first things that will come to mind for many would be education and experience. Now let's dive into these a little bit. While I agree that experience is a requirement, the education is more of a gray area. I've known and worked for managers that have said they will hire someone with a demonstrated practical knowledge and experience over someone who has a formal education. Formal education, such as a college degree, is basically theory, book knowledge. It demonstrates to an employer that you have taken the necessary steps to invest in yourself to make the change to move into the field. But the unfortunate part of relying solely on education is that many companies may not want to take a chance on you because of the lack of practical experience. When I received my associate's degree, my CompTIA A+ and Network Plus certifications, I thought for sure I was going to get that entry-level job easily. But that wasn't the case. Employer after employer said that while I was strong on paper from an education standpoint, the lack of hands-on experience made them take a pass on me. So one day I asked the interviewer, how am I supposed to get the experience if no one takes a chance on me? How am I going to gain the experience if no one wants to employ me to gain the experience that I need to perform this job? That was a very eye-opening conversation for both the interviewer and myself. Because I was bold enough to ask the question, she gave me the job and my road to cybersecurity began. The main takeaway here is to stand firm and fight for your dreams and pursuits. Sometimes being brave enough and confident enough to ask the tough questions makes all the difference. So back to education versus experience. Gaining experience can be done through working internships, short-term contract jobs, or sometimes working for free. Don't be afraid to be a hobbyist and build your own network. Interviewers love hearing about home setups. The more creative, the better. And I've heard of people gaining opportunities because of explaining the rationale behind their home setup. Now don't mistake me. I'm not saying that it doesn't make sense to obtain a formal education. Quite the contrary. My formal education has gotten me very far in my career. My master's degree in Information System Security Management and certifications such as the CISSP and CISM are greatly valued in the cyber community and have allowed me to advance to the level that I'm at now, which is a cybersecurity engineer. But to simply get into the field, I've seen from experience where a college degree wasn't necessarily required. Another area to research would be job boards. Read job postings from companies to see exactly what the basic requirements are to apply for the job. Now, here's the secret: you don't need to have all the qualifications to apply for the job. The qualifications are more often than not a wish list of skills and attributes the employer would like for their potential employee to have. If you possess about 80% of what the job post is looking for, that's usually enough to qualify. Don't shortchange yourself. Do an honest evaluation of your skills and qualifications. If you possess most of what the job posting is looking for, go on and apply. Step out. Take a chance. You never know. You may get that call for an interview. Step 2. Create an actionable plan. So when we're talking about action plans, it means that you've done all of the research. You've done an assessment of your skills and qualifications. You have a good idea of what it takes to get your foot in the door. Now it's time to plan and execute. As stated in step 1, work on seeking out opportunities to gain experience. Do those short-term contract jobs. Apply for internships. Volunteer and provide free services. Remember, the goal is to gain experience. In addition, research and gain entry-level certifications. Look at CompTIA's Network and Security Plus. Look at ISC Square's System Security Certified Practitioner. Study and obtain those certifications to make yourself marketable. Certifications are a way to demonstrate credible knowledge quickly versus a 2 or 4 year degree. If you're looking to get into the cybersecurity field sooner rather than later, make certifications part of your action plan. Step 3. Get the resume together. Now that your skill set is strong, you have certifications under your belt as well as demonstrated knowledge, we need to get the resume together. Your resume is you on paper. It's a reflection of your skills and best attributes. It's a sales ad showing the employer that you are qualified to perform the job that they are advertising. Do research for entry-level resumes. There are plenty of resume templates online. And because of the lack of practical experience, you'll probably need to front-load your resume with a good introduction, your education and certifications, and soft skills. Follow up with any experience that you've acquired up to this point. If you've worked at an IT job, make sure that the bullet points emphasize any cyber-related task. If you're looking at job postings and you see a job that you're considering, tailor the content of your resume to the job posting. Have multiple versions of your resume. You can have the catch-all general resume, and then a resume that is specifically written for specific jobs. Use both methods to bolster your chances and land that interview. Create a LinkedIn, Indeed.com, or other job professional site profile. Recruiters are going through these sites all the time looking for qualified candidates. If your profile impresses, they may invite you to apply for a position they're looking to fill. Step 4. Apply for jobs. The time has come to step out and apply for positions. If you don't have the experience, apply for both IT and cyber jobs. The key is to get your foot in the door in information technology. Cybersecurity is a branch of IT. Getting started in IT will eventually lead you to that cyber job. When reviewing job postings, pay particular attention to primary responsibilities or the qualifications section. Remember, these job postings are wish lists to what employers are looking for in their candidates. Don't be deterred if you don't possess every single skill on that job announcement. If you possess most of what they're asking for, say for example you have the education requirements, the certification requirements, but not the full experience requirements, apply anyway. It's okay to apply and not be chosen. However, you will never know if you will even be considered if you've never applied in the first place, so you have to be bold. Apply for that position and who knows, you may be called for that interview. Where do I apply? There are many ways and companies to apply towards. We all know about the major tech companies, but there are also technical consultant firms which identify talent to have them work on small or multi-year projects. Seek these companies out. Create accounts on their job boards and apply. Also, join employee groups on social media. Facebook, for example, has a number of job boards in information technology and cybersecurity. These groups have persons who are either working in the field or hiring managers themselves who are looking to identify talent. Of course, LinkedIn, the social platform for professionals, have job boards. Not only that, but recruiters actively look at job profiles to identify and contact talent about job opportunities. Sometimes that job can come to you. Other particular job boards include Indeed.com, the classic CareerBuilder.com, and others. Go to these sites, create your job profile, and apply. Be consistent, be diligent. And I'm going to be honest with you. Applying today does not mean the employer will call you today, or tomorrow, or next week, or whenever. Again, in order to be considered, you have to apply. Step out on faith, be courageous, and apply today. Step 5. Prepare for the interview. So congratulations, you've received a call from a company and they would like to schedule an interview to go over your qualifications. That's great. Let's talk about some aspects of the interview, particularly when should you schedule the interview? In my experience, have that meeting with the potential employer as soon as possible. Employers are looking to fill positions quickly. If you want to be seriously considered for that job, you need to strike first. Take the earliest available time. Remember, you're already prepared, you've already done your research, you have the qualifications. I mean, if you didn't, you wouldn't have gotten the call. With just some additional preparation, you'll be able to ace the interview. So how should you prepare? Some things you can do to boost your chances of getting the job at the interview stage include getting potential interview questions and practicing the response to those questions. Practice not only your response, but your cadence to those responses. Being able to answer with confidence can make the difference between getting the job offer or not. Make sure your answers are technically sound. Be prepared to demonstrate your knowledge. Interviewers may have mock setups where you'll have to show that you have the skills you claim on your resume. When I was a manager, I would create scenarios where the candidate would have to demonstrate their troubleshooting skills to fix a computer. I wanted to make sure the candidate who joined my team really knew the job. It's also good to research the history of the company, their past successes and their philosophies, their approach to business. Being able to utilize this information and spin it to where you can show how you will fit into their work culture. You can say something along the lines of, I see that your company believes in being active in the community by visiting schools and providing kids with technology skills. Now that really resonated with me because I have a thirst for investing in the future by mentoring kids in my circle in technology. Something along those lines. Look for ways to make that connection with the company and the interviewer themselves. Here's a bonus step. Networking. In most cases, if you see someone who has really succeeded in their chosen field, it's because someone stood in the gap and spoke up for them. They utilized their network, their community to make headway in their careers. Utilize social networks like LinkedIn and those business groups and Facebook to identify persons whom you can help and can help you in return. The relationships should be bi-directional. Successful networks are those who give as much as they receive. Make relationships. Find mentors who can help you with valuable advice. If you came from a formal educational background, make a connection with the school. As a graduate, you are a walking billboard. You're an advertisement that your success is a product of the education you received from that school. Maintain a relationship with the career development department. If you've gotten the job and are now doing well, remember to pay it forward. Be a blessing for another person. And those are the steps. If you follow the roadmap, if you do your research, if you create an action plan, create those resumes, step out and apply for the jobs, prepare for and ace the interview, and with some networking, the job will come. It's only a matter of time. Again, be prepared to put in the work. Be ready to grind. In time, you will break through and get that first job. I look forward to hearing your success stories. Please place them in the comments below. And if you have any questions, let me know. I will do my best to answer as many questions as possible. And also provide any constructive criticism. My aim is to help as many people as possible get into cybersecurity. I want to reach as many people as I can, and I hope to do so by improving with each video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so we can add to the community of cybersecurity professionals. Until next time, this is Kevin. Take care.